Hello guys, welcome to Ride VIP, the Ride Show channel. My name is Serge, and in today's video I want to tell you the rest of my juicy story about owning 33 cars. Before we begin, I do want to let you know that I was broke in 2012, and I went from being broke in 2012 to buying my own home in a commercial zone property in 2015. After that, some years later, I have bought 33 cars. But anyways, in this video I want to tell you what am I going to be doing with 33 cars. I get asked that a lot, including in the comment section. So here's the deal. The plan is, I'm going to tell you the plan, and I'm going to tell you how did I end up with this many cars. Like, was this by accident, or was this planned? Well, I'll tell you this was not planned. This was a little bit by accident. But a long time ago, I imagined myself having at least 10 cars, and it was always funny to my friends saying, 10 cars, that's a lot of cars. Like, how are you gonna have that many cars, you know? But anyways, and also before we continue, I have found myself another car that I'm thinking about buying, and it's a Tesla Model S. We'll see if that goes through. I'm wondering, but I always think about things, you know. I don't usually, when I usually make a decision is what I'm trying to say, right? I'm not afraid to say no to that decision, even though it feels to me like it's the right thing to do at the right time. Like, it has to make financial sense. Now, as for Tesla, I do want to kind of like mention this really quickly because this is on my mind. I just got to get this off my chest, okay? So I'm obviously driving for Uber, and I know what you're thinking. Getting a 2015 Tesla Model S is crazy. No warranty. I must be out of my mind. And to some of you guys, yes, that would be, you know, somebody being out of mind. That being said, though, hear me out. First of all, I'm getting a good deal on this Tesla. The person, he owes $28,000 on that Tesla. He bought it from Tesla. The Tesla does have 100,000 miles. Since he bought it from Tesla, it had some kind of warranty. I'm not sure if that warranty is transferable, but here's the thing. He bought it, and the drive motor was making noise, and that noise was caused by the motor. So the motor was replaced. So right now, it's got a brand new motor. So yes, I know what you're saying. There's still batteries. Yes, I still have to deal with that fact. But in my mind, I'm thinking, look, didn't Tesla check all that stuff out to begin with? Because they recently sold this to him, and he's selling it because he's getting himself a C63 AMG. He wants something faster. So that being said, possibly Tesla did not do anything to it. But at the same time, in 2015, I don't think they filled up the battery compartment cells with styrofoam either. I don't know what they did, but I'm sure they didn't do that. This is like a new thing that they're doing. So I'm thinking like this: if the batteries fail, usually it's like one cell that fails or a couple cells that fail. You replace those cells, you got a good running battery again. These days, there's a lot of used parts for sale up there. So I kind of like the challenge. If the battery does fail, I'm gonna take it out of there and I'm gonna try to repair it, because ultimately I would like to move towards the future of electric cars. By 2030, there's a lot of cars that are going to be electric, and including Uber and other platforms, they're going to want electric cars. And not that I'm afraid I'm going to be left with a job. Like, no, I'm not afraid of that. But here's the thing, guys. If you want to learn something like how to repair Teslas, best thing to do is get yourself a used Tesla, because you will have lots of opportunity to repair it. And that being said, I will make a video about how I learned how to repair Mercedes Sprinter diesels. I didn't know nothing about them, but I learned how to repair them. And that's because I bought a headache. It keep breaking on me all the time. I keep putting money into it. It was hard. I was always thinking to myself, why is it just me? why is it always breaking down? Like, I just can't seem to get any money because it was taking all my money. Well, sounds like Tesla's going to do something similar, and it's going to challenge me to make even more money because I have no choice. I have to fix it. So, you know, problems in life sometimes end up driving you in order to achieve somewhat of a greater level of success in your life. And it's hard, it's challenging, but it will drive you to succeed because you're going to be in survival mode. And in survival mode, you learn how to survive very quickly. If you don't adapt, you die. You know, that's simply how it is. It's a little bit sunny, guys. I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna wear my Gucci sunglasses, trying to be in style here for y'all, like you guys care. But anyways, I do appreciate some designer every once in a while. And yeah, Tesla is a little bit like making me feel good to buy it. It's not for showing off. And boy, this video is turning into why I'm buying a Tesla. I'm really sorry. I will mention about the cars in this video. So here's a couple things, guys. I do want to bring the fact that my Mercedes Sprinter was breaking down in 2012 when I got it. By the time I paid it off in a single year, the engine blew, which cost me another $9,500. While owning it, I paid another $8,000, and I paid for that vehicle $8,000. So I was into almost like $30,000 for that vehicle, and I was only making about similar to Uber. It was super tough. But anyways, what I want to tell you is, by me learning how to fix it, by the time I bought a home, which was in 2015, and as you can see, 3 years learning experience how to fix the Sprinter. This will make sense in a minute. So I buy a home for cash in a commercial zone property, which was not commercial at the time. I've rezoned it to commercial. But that being said, 2 properties are next door to each other. So now I have a residential and a commercial zone property on the main road, which I rezoned it to have a car dealership and a service repair shop, which these things will make a lot of sense as I'm talking about the cars as well. So there's a lot of relevance, how my mind works and how did I get to where I am today. It's by making certain decisions in my life that drove me to have a hard time. And not a good time. It was tough, okay? And I was going through it for the first time. It was painful. It put me to tears many times. I'm not ashamed to say it. It made a grown man cry, pretty much, because I was breaking down all over the place, all over the United States, and I had to fix it on the side of the road with little bitty tools I had for pennies on a dollar, you know. And nobody really knows how to work on those things. But since I learned how to fix Mercedes Sprinter diesels, that was good for me because I had that experience now. So guess what? In 2015, when I bought my home for cash, I used up all my cash. I didn't have any more cash reserves. I was broke. And guess what? I was broker than broke because I could not even pay my electric bill. My electricity got cut off. My water got cut off. So here I was living in the slums. You know, you might have thought like some luxury lifestyle. Oh, hell no. Slums pretty much. But I own the slums. But anyways, it's not about that right now. Here's the thing. In life, sometimes you got to challenge yourself, like I said. And you will end up smelling like a rose at the end of the day. Like I'm smelling pretty good today. I'm wearing some nice cologne. It's Giorgio Armani. And I'm like, smelling good. Wearing my Gucci glasses. Wearing a blazer from the suit, not a full piece suit, but who knows? I mean, but the pants look like they're part of the suit. It's black pants. But anyways, guys, today is Saturday and I'm working and I want to look good for my clients. You know, I want them to feel important when they get into my Tesla and give me those tips. But anyways, so I buy this house for cash, right? Which is a dump. My electricity gets cut off, water gets cut off. What do I do? Oh, what happens next? Not what I do. My transmission broke on that same very Sprinter. Yes, that I spent $30,000. And I'm thinking, well, I don't have no money for the transmission. But you know what I did have from planning ahead of time? I had, what did I have? I had brains, that's what I had. So I had to basically plan in advance, knowing that that is a big possibility of that happening. I just got a job offer from Uber. I needed to respond kind of quickly. I got it. I'm going to be heading in the right direction. Ultimately, I want to continue this. So by me thinking in advance of buying another Sprinter with a bad engine but a good transmission and a good drive shaft and a good rear end, that was a good idea, guys. Very good idea, because I got a good deal on it. I bought it from somebody that wanted like $7,000 for it, which he said, no, I'm not paying that much. I paid him $1,600 because he needed to get rid of it from his parking lot. It already had flat tires. It's been sitting there for a while, and apartments are like, no. So anyways, I bought it and I brought it home. So that was something I did, one of my first purchases of the cars that I did for that property, because I knew sooner or later something on that van will fail. So here I had no electricity, no running water, and living with my wife and my 2 kids at the property that I just bought. And now my transmission is broken. My only car, well, my only light truck, I should say, Mercedes Sprinter diesel, was broken down. So what am I to do? Well, I need to remove that transmission. So, okay, I removed the transmission, fine. But the engine's locked up. I needed a torque converter as well. I'm not just gonna replace a transmission without no torque converter. Well, I needed a torque converter. So guess what I ended up doing? Disassembling the whole engine. But not only that, I was holding up a phone, which was a Samsung Galaxy 4S or S4. If you remember those, then you know that was a little bit long time ago. And I was holding up like this and recording the whole process with the wrench, taking stuff apart with the engine. I didn't have a tripod. I didn't know how to edit videos. I wasn't thinking about becoming a YouTuber. I just wanted to get my Sprinter fixed so I could go back on the road and make my 80 cents a mile. Because yes, that's what I was making. It was ridiculous. Everybody made fun of me, but guess what? It got me to where I am today. And that was all thanks to that Sprinter. But anyways, I learned how to fix the Sprinter. Therefore, I knew how to replace the transmission. So I replaced the transmission with a torque converter. I did make all the videos of the whole process. And then I was thinking, what should I do about these videos? I do have all these videos. I think it took me like a couple months to decide, but I had like 70 videos. And I'm like, I'll just post them to YouTube. Maybe somebody else needs this help, because that's how I was thinking. So I posted them to YouTube. Before you know it, my YouTube channel started growing. So far, I've made upwards of $50,000 from that channel. It now pays me enough money to cover all my bills. But I'm a workaholic. Look at me. I'm working every single day, because am I dependent on the YouTube channel to pay my bills? I am not. However, that channel's 8 years old, so now it's making pretty good money. I'm not gonna say how much it is, but it's a pretty good bit. So the channel is still helping people from the knowledge I gained back then, from all the headaches I had to go through. It's making me money. So I monetized my problems. How about this? A slogan on my channel: how to monetize your life's problems. That's probably going to be the name of this video: how to monetize your life's problems. I monetized mine, and when I did that, I gained some level of success. So let me get in a little bit further in the story, but let me first look where I'm going. All right, looks like I have 4 minutes. I need to watch my clock here. 4 minutes along this road. So anyways, because I'm monetizing, because I'm making enough money from the channel, and it's not there just to pay bills. That's like a good point of reference. I could go buy myself a brand new Corvette for that money if I wanted to. I could buy a brand new Tesla for that money, and I wanted to yesterday buy a brand new Model 3 Performance, because my YouTube channel will pay for it. And actually, it already has paid me enough for it that way I could actually purchase it. So it makes complete financial sense. I was looking at one point getting a Maserati Porte like a 2006, so wow, it's like completely like older, just because it's got a Ferrari engine in there, and they're a headache to own, and yes, I wanted the headaches, but anyways. So let's look at this a little bit further. Because I'm making all this money from YouTube, initially I wasn't making that much money. I was making like maybe like $30 a month, but it keeps on growing. So as it keep on growing, I'm thinking like, wow, this is my spending money. I mean, I could take that money, I could pay for the internet. A little bit later on, I'm like, oh, this is enough to buy a brand new iPhone, the best one that they make at that. So I'm like, okay, let me do that. Well, actually, before an iPhone, I bought a Samsung Galaxy Note 7, and you know the problems that they had. I bought it for payment with my YouTube money. At the time, I wasn't making that much money, but I bought it for my YouTube money, and that was a great experience. It's like I own a piece of technology just by putting my time in and making all these videos, and now I have this nice phone, which got taken away from me by Samsung because they blow up and stuff. But anyways, so for a while now, I've been looking for a good logical decision to reward myself, and I came up with these many ideas, as you could tell. But ever since I started doing this rideshare, I've been thinking about, hey, what if I buy a brand new car for that money, like a luxury car, so I could like make more money doing like lux rides, premium rides and stuff like that. And I thought long and hard about it, and then I thought, well, no, I don't want to be a slave, because ultimately all of those decisions, like getting a Suburban or this and that, it's going to cost me so much money for payments every month, because the Suburban I was looking at was like 40 grand, and I'm thinking, well, it's going to be like not fuel efficient, so not a good idea. But maybe getting a Tesla, maybe like electric, I thought maybe that's a good idea, but anyways, the best idea there is to get a Tesla that has free Tesla supercharging. So that's 2015 models for you, and there's some other ones that have it, but I found it yesterday. All by accident. I was charging, and the other guy was charging his Model S, and I took a look at it. I posted a video last night, because I found it last night, and I was like, wow, cool. So free supercharger. I looked, yeah, sure enough, free supercharger. Yeah, he don't have a long range. That Tesla has like 220 to 240 range, according to what the charge was at the time. I estimated it, more like guesstimated it. So yeah, not a big range. Yeah, there's gonna be some range anxiety, but guess what? The charge is gonna be free. And I did the math. It's going to save me, depending on how much I work. If I work only 3 days a week, it's gonna save me $7,500 a year. If I work longer, it's gonna save me $15,000 a year. How do I figure that? Well, you do the math. Right now, it's costing me to operate my BMW $1,750 a month just in fuel alone, and that is like working somewhat full-time, somewhat part-time. And the oil change is $400. And there's other things wrong with BMWs. BMWs are not cheap to repair. BMWs are quite expensive to repair. They have lots of problems of their own. So anyways, I need to get to this destination.